Hey guys, okay, if you saw the video we put out yesterday for the WMS sales team, it was called From Gatekeepers to Decision Makers, right? We went over a lot in that video. We gave you a golden script, right, that a guy in the roofing industry, our roofing mentor, gave us because it works incredibly well. It helps you get past the gatekeeper to the decision maker, which is extremely important because if you just mass blast your ad, you almost never get a response since all the gatekeepers are just shunning it, right? But if you're getting through to the decision maker, somebody who can actually think it through, then you dramatically increase the chance of a sell. Well, this guy made 140 calls in 3 straight hours and got email addresses for 17 decision makers. Now that's neat because if we start tagging them over the course of the next few days, we could get 10 sales just off that 1 3-hour lineup. Okay, so all that training's online for you right now in the folder. So the golden scripts there, that, and also you can choose your promo code price. Whatever you want the discount to drop the price down to, you can decide what price you want to be selling at. So if you don't want to sell at the $195 default, you can choose some other price that can be quite a bit higher. We raise the prices on everything on website-installer.com so that you have a lot of leverage for lowering the price to make the promos look great. All right, having said that, let me step into this. So we sidestep from HVAC and a main roofing, right? Because we got a mentor teaching us what we're doing and all the calls are aimed at roofers right now. What we're learning from there, we can easily transpose to other industries and you guys can do whatever you want. No one's telling you what to do. We're just putting stuff out. So if you're asking us for leads and you're looking for direction, we put that stuff up in the folder for training, the sales team folder. Okay. I want to walk through this real quick because this will be helpful. Here's how things are different. I just got done adding a lot of leads to mainroofer.com, right? So if you were to do a /sitemap.html because you just wanted to see everything, it goes from the first lead, that's number 1, on through how many? Well, over 4,200, okay? These are all leads, every one of them. Okay. Now, that means that you could go to each number to call these guys, but we uploaded the file that you can work forward from. So here's the idea. See this file? It starts at 751 because the first 750 are taken. Okay. But starting at 751 right now, at the time I uploaded this, which is just recently, literally minutes ago, then you guys who are requesting leads, I'll start assigning them to you. And since the idea is to get through larger sets of leads at a time, in other words, to be able to call, those guys are calling like 140 in 3 hours. Assume 50 an hour. So if you were going to work an 8-hour day, that'd be 400 leads. Okay. So we're going to give you more leads at once to be able to work forward from. Okay. Now, here's what we do have for you. Take a look. There's the company name, okay? So when you get assigned your leads, it'll be, whatever stack, right? So here's the company name, all right? And you would call them at this phone number, right? And you know that you're looking for an administrator named Chad or Mr. Cross or Chad Cross. Is Chad in? Is Chad there? Is Mr. Cross there? Is Chad Cross there? However you feel like asking, right? If you're going to ask for the decision maker on purpose. A lot of guys know to do that, and they realize that this is exactly the right way to get to the right guy who's going to either not like you calling or like you calling. And that's numbers game. By the way, we're still averaging 1 interested guy in 10. So you go through 9 guys who will basically tell you, no, I'm sorry, not interested, thank you, and hang up to get to the one guy who says, yeah, actually, sure, send me the information. That's an average, okay? But that has so far been a consistent average over several hundred calls, okay? So just go with the flow on this, right? Some of this has to do with location. We're calling Texas. We're not calling downtown New York City. So, location will have something to do with it, but not a ton. I mean, a lot of America is pretty polite. Whether it's Southern or Midwestern, there you go. Now, we do have information about the guys. So when you call, you don't have to feel totally blind. This is their main website. In cases where you see a blank, we didn't see a website. So you could talk to the guys about a new website. Okay. You could ask them if they have a website because you couldn't find their website. Maybe they don't. Maybe they just have some listings on Yelp and Merchant Circle and Manta, but they don't actually have a website. Or you can just talk to, and for the guys who do, you could talk about a replacement website. Or for everyone equally, you're just talking about a marketing channel that we're setting up to help get them leads. We're looking for a guy in each city who's interested in receiving them. Okay? Now, if you want to talk to guys in the city about their competitors and you want to be able to name their competitors, think about it. Here's a guy in Austin, right? If I glance down really fast, I don't see another guy in Austin right away, right? So I don't know what their competitors are like. What about Comfort? I don't see a guy in Comfort either. But what could you do? Could do this. Sort that way. Data, A through Z. Yes, expand the selection because it makes sure all the rows stay together. And guess what? Here are all your Abilene guys. So yeah, can you imagine how intense the competition's got to be in Abilene? I mean, all it takes is 2 to have competition and to lose sales. One guy in the city all by himself, he doesn't need a website. He's the only act in town. Might be a city in the middle of nowhere. There's no other city nearby. He's got the whole place to himself. Most cities, though, don't have that going for them. So all these guys here, unless you see some cases where they have the same name, might be owned by the same company, maybe they got the same phone number, once in a while you're going to see something like that. Okay. The fact of the matter is most of this is literally competitors, right? And these guys are vying against each other for every advantage they can get. There's your next set of competitors right here. Okay. This guy's all by himself. That guy's by himself. They may not be interested, right? These guys are competing, right? They will fight tooth and nail for every next sale because they're taking it from each other, all right? Doesn't matter if it's a large city or a small city as long as there's competition. Okay, having said that, now, if you do that, you know who's who in the area, right? But also look, it rearranged your ID column. Now, if you want to show a guy a demo, say you tried calling the first guy, got his voicemail or whatever, realize this, by the way. A lot of the time when you get a voicemail, it could be because the guy's busy. It could be because you're out of the area code, and so they automatically have that go to voicemail. In other words, it could always go to voicemail, okay? Or it could be just shunning you to voicemail because he's busy at the moment. It's hard to say. But usually, if you call and get a voicemail, may as well leave your pitch. Leave your ever so lightly adjusted pitch for voicemail to try to get them to contact you back. Okay? As you know, to ask for an email to send them the information or ask them to call you back. Just choose. Figure it out, write it down, memorize it. It's pretty much the same pitch you would give a live person, but you would end it differently, right? So that when they get to their voicemail, they can listen to it and figure out how to contact you back. Basically just calling you back. You're texting the phone number of the caller, right? You as a caller. Whatever it is you tell them to do. All right, now take a look. If you do switch it, keep in mind that the ID numbers are switched, right? That's fine though, right? Because if you want to show Rodriguez Roofing over here, who doesn't even have a website apparently, and you talk to him, he doesn't have it, and you like to show him the one you got, how do you show him what it looks like for him, the demo? Oh, it's pretty simple. Take him to where? mainroofer.com/ what was the number? Actually, I should have memorized the number. 989. That's it. 989. Guess what? That's it. All this information is for him. He'll recognize himself in it. He'll see his phone number. He'll see what's going on. Abilene, we are Abilene Roofing Repair Experts. That's him. Everything down here is about call them at this number. That's theirs, right? Anything in the way of alt text that pops up, that's their phone number, their company name, right? Their phone number in the print, in the paragraphs, right? And everything about it. It's about them. And this is going to be their area. I mean, sometimes the maps look funny to us, but they don't look funny to them. Most of the guys there know 256 by 339. They understand where that's at. These maps are going to look different just depending on each guy, you know, and again, where they're from. But if you were to go to a certain page like roof maintenance, you know, like same as if you went here, okay, same thing now. It's their information all the way around. Completely about them. Abilene Roof Maintenance, Rodriguez Roofing. Okay? You can show them. You can tell them to hover over things. It's all about them. So when they buy the website, they'll just make sure to put in exactly their right information. Like, we don't know what email address they want to use, but when they buy the website, they'll enter their email address, and that way the contact form will send to their email address when the website installs. Everything's done. So whether you're selling them a website for themselves or they're buying a referral website where you're going to handle it, pointing the leads in their way, you just want to make sure to get the information correct, the phone number correct, the contact us form correct, so you can send them leads, right? And that's just it. That's kind of how do you want to play that out. Now, having said that, this just makes it easier to make that sell. And each next guy is going to be different, right? If I go to mainroofer.com/ right? What was that? That was $9.89. Let me go to $9.90. Whoops. We got like over 4,200 leads in there, right? Then yeah, you got this other guy. Totally. Right? And all this stuff is about that guy. So you can still really impress each guy. All this information is about exactly that guy, right? And again, if you go to roofing maintenance, right? It's going to be all about that guy, okay? Everything about that guy. San Antonio Roof Maintenance, Roland's Roofing, right? So when he makes the purchase, this is what he gets, okay? Not bad for the price he's paying, right? Actually, it's awesome. So that was another question. Somebody said, how do we make it sound cooler when people go asking, whether we do their marketing for them? The answer is, we're going through right now and establishing who's in, all the guys who are getting in, we're getting them all lined up. Then we're going to come back around with marketing and have our SEO guy contact them and show them the different packages. And they can choose what they want, when they want, anytime they want. Or they can run this new asset through their own guys if they want. They can do any combination. We have great deals for them, but they can do whatever they want. They're not signing a contract with us, so they don't have to worry. It's just whenever they feel like it, they can add to the marketing. Okay, we're just lining them all up right now and then having our SEO guy come back through, or our marketing guy come back through for marketing their websites after that to show them what we got. Okay, but they're getting an asset. Okay, they're going to own this thing. This is theirs, right? Their domain name, this is theirs. They can log into it, make changes to it, update it, add images, add a photo gallery. All this stuff is there. They can put coding in there if they want, whatever they want to do. Okay, so just making sure that's crystal clear. All right, so there you go. You have really clean access to who's who around here. And again, if you just want to line up the ID numbers this way, like anything, you can do it this way. Okay, so now they go in order. What if I just want to make sure I get all the executives up front, right? Well, they're up front. We already put them into the system that way. So that way you have them all up front. That's one way to sort. But like I said, another way to sort that's pretty cool too, because you can talk intelligently about their competition in their area, and you can even see how many competitors they have in their area, is to actually do this bit on the city list, right? There you go. And that way you can work through the cities one at a time, right? And talk to the competitors within a city. You can even start naming them. One of the best things our mentor ever did was he looks at the names of the competitors. So when he talks and goes, hey, if you guys aren't going to pick it up, Beardcroft Roofing, Kyle, listen, really, if you're not going to pick it up, we got to call Hartman Roofing. And if they don't want it, we're going to call Rodriguez. Somebody's going to want it. Someone's going to take the spot. It's probably going to be Hartman or Rodriguez. And as soon as they take it, we can't work with you anymore. That's just part of the idea of getting people on, right? And when they hear that, they're like, oh, wow, these guys understand what's going on. They're literally naming my competitors, right? When you talk about, hey, page speed matters. If your page loads too fast, the guy has to hit the back button. He's just going to reach out to Hartman Roofing or Rodriguez Roofing, the next thing he sees in the list, right? You're going to lose a sale to them. You don't want to lose a sale to them. They pick up all the sales you lose. No, you got to take up the slack and pick up the sales from them. So just whatever you want to say, depending on who you're talking to, move at the pace they're moving. Work slowly enough for them to process what you're saying. But absolutely, you're aiming for interest, excitement, or awe, and just work with that. As you hear it, work with that. Okay? Should be a really natural flow in the conversation. If they like it, bring them down to the footer. I don't have it in there yet, I think, but I'm absolutely going to put it in there in a minute. This link right here is going to specifically be get traffic here, get your website here. But when you click it, it's going to take you straight over to website-installer.com to that roofing section, that category. And from there, all they need is your promo code, choose a template, roll forward with it, right? How's that? That's kind of cool. Look at that. Copywriter, RolandsRoofing.com. If anyone asks, hey, I didn't give you authorization to build this thing, say, yeah, it's not a problem. This is not indexed. Nobody sees this but you and me. It's just a demo link, okay? Just let them know. No one gets to see this, okay? Because, yeah, they didn't give you the approval to market it, so you surely aren't marketing it. No one can see it except for us. Okay, there you go. That gets you really rolling in the right direction and should make your life a lot easier. Lining up the guys and knowing what to tell them. This will make your life a lot easier. Okay,